Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. It's been a week of absolute chaos in Pakistan and there seems to be no end to it. Now, in a fascinating turn of events today, facing almost 120 cases, Imran Khan was given protection against arrest in all cases by Islamabad High Court. Remember, he was facing as many as 10 arrest warrants. He was earlier also given 2 weeks bail in the Al-Qadir Trust corruption case in which he was suddenly arrested from the same court premises on Tuesday. Now, this comes a day after the Supreme Court of Pakistan declared his dramatic arrest from Islamabad High Court illegal and kept him in their own protective custody. But the Pakistan government and the army seem to be in no mood to relent on Imran Khan despite his large popularity and the intention of his supporters to run rampage. It's a sea of security. He has been in ST custody since last evening. Imran Khan, in fact, told the court he fears for his life and he was tortured while in custody. The Pakistani government have rejected all the charges. Clashes also erupted between PTI workers and the police while Imran Khan was being taken to the Islamabad High Court. Over 50 PTI workers were in fact arrested by the Pak police. Remember, the police in Pakistan have also imposed a ban on gatherings of more than 4 people at any given time. Now, the Corps commander, Lieutenant General Salman Fayaz of Pakistan, was actually seen pleading in a video with protesters before his residence was subjected to arson. Applies only in the Islamabad jurisdiction. Khan has also been given relief from arrest in cases filed post May 9 till May 17. Khan was earlier given 2 weeks bail in the Al-Qadir case in which he was originally arrested. Meanwhile, PTI, his party, has given a call for a nationwide protest all over again because they fear he could be arrested again. What happens to that protest remains to be seen. Meanwhile, Pak Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said that what Imran Khan has done, or what his supporters have done, our enemy could not do for 75 years. He's reiterated that statement. One wonders what enemy here means, but I think it is not much to be left to be imagined. He has also been advised, he is
मैं हाई कोर्ट पे बैठा हूँ, मेरे पास कोई उनके पास एक जवाब नहीं था मुझे पकड़ने का। मुझे एब्डक्ट किया गया और जाके वहां फिर पहली दफा मुझे वारंट दिखाई जाता है जब मुझे जेल में ले जाते हैं।
कोई साजिश नहीं हुई। पाकिस्तान के हालात श्रीलंका जैसे होने जा रहे हैं। यानी वो दिल में बद्दुआएं कर रहा था कि पाकिस्तान खुदा ना करे वो एक्चुअली डिफॉल्ट कर जाए।
Before we go to our guests, let me take you through some of the couple of updates we're getting from Pakistan. Now, according to Pakistan media, what we're getting to know is NAB DG Nazir Bhatt, who conducted the dramatic arrest, or under whose aegis, of course, and leadership, the arrest of Imran Khan took place inside court premises on Tuesday, has been sacked. Pakistan has appointed Director FIA Faqar Ahmed Chauhan as the new DG NAB. So this is, of course, one of the first big ramifications coming to light. What is the signal that is being given? Was the arrest uncalled for, or was the arrest mishandled? That's the big question that emerges after the DG NAB has been sacked. More updates coming in, and this is further relief for Imran Khan now. As I mentioned earlier, he's been given protective relief till May 17 on a few cases, but he's facing a large number of cases. So what we're coming to know now is that the Islamabad High Court has actually ordered no arrest of Imran Khan in any case until Monday morning. He has been granted a bail of sorts or protective bail in all cases finally. This is what his lawyers have also been arguing for. They've been wanting all the cases against him to be clubbed and for him to be given details of what are these cases that have been filed against us. One of his lawyers earlier told us that he has nearly 150 cases against him, certainly 120 and more. So now at least till Monday, Imran Khan cannot be arrested. He is expected to move to his house now and is also expected to address his followers. Let's go across to our guest joining us. Qamar Cheema is strategic and political analyst from Pakistan. Munib Hamid is a journalist. Qamar Cheema, how do you see this relief coming in? Till Monday in all cases? Till May 17th? In cases filed post May 9, but in the jurisdiction of Islamabad alone. This is possibly as much as Imran Khan could have hoped for as far as legal relief is concerned.
I think this is more than what Imran Khan was expecting from the courts, particularly the way the Supreme Court of Pakistan set an example yesterday by asking the NAB that produced Imran Khan in front of them. So they brought him from the custody. They produced him. They kept him for a night in their own custody. Meanwhile, they kept him for a guest for a night at the police guest house. And today they asked the Imran Khan to go to the Islamabad High Court, and he got the relief which no Pakistani politician has ever got in the history. Because if you just look at the other politicians, the way they have been sent to the jails, so it means the larger impression in the country which is emerging, and the way the government is looking and the way the military establishment is looking at the things is that right now the courts believe that if they will give bail to them, to the Imran Khan, they will be popular among public, because right now Imran Khan is popular leader. He's being considered on the right path, whereas the judiciary, which has a very checkered history, and they believe that if we stand with the government, do not grant bail, there is a possibility of unrest again.
Okay,
so,
but this is the same court. Qamar, this is the same court that 2 days ago also deemed his dramatic arrest legal, when everyone could see that that arrest was not proper. This is that same Islamabad High Court. So has it taken cue from the Supreme Court now?
Yes, that's the situation where the High Court, which what they done today is that they constituted a different bench first. So with the new judges who came up to listen to the cases, then they even asked, they listened to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court gave a cue, as you have mentioned rightly, and now he's got the bail, and now even they have asked the government to provide foolproof security to Prime Minister Imran Khan, and he has basically threatened in the other way that if I will be in the jail, there will be unrest outside. So if you want, there should not be unrest in the country. You should make me a free man, because I am the one who can control the people. So it seems that the judiciary, which is giving a lot of relief to Imran Khan, they believe that is a populist decision.
Okay.
But there are many. Yes.
Okay. I just want to reiterate for our viewers, in the Al-Qadir case, he's been granted 2 weeks bail. In cases filed post May 9, he's been granted relief till May 17, so that's about 5 days. And in all cases against Imran Khan, he's at least been granted protection from arrest till Monday morning. What happens after that, we'll have to wait and see. G. Sarthi is also joining us, but let me quickly go across to Munib Hamid as well. Munib, what are you learning, or what Imran Khan's next steps could be?
Well, Imran Khan's next step is definitely going to be more fierce, something which is going to be more powerful against the PDM government. Of course, we've seen him highlighting a few names from the military establishment as well. And he is expected to address the mass public in Islamabad today after he gets out of the Islamabad High Court, of course, in which he has been granted relief. So we are expecting a very strong message coming out from Imran Khan to his political opponents. And as we are speaking, there's a cabinet meeting ongoing, and in which they are considering of, calling for an emergency
yes.
in Pakistan. So, of course, we see the courts are right now sided with the public and Imran Khan. That wouldn't be wrong, as my fellow...
But is it so? Is it so? Why are both of you saying the courts are siding with him? Can it also not be said, just to play devil's advocate, that his safety and security was also a major concern? And the courts wanted to ensure that at least the man is safe.
Yes. So the Supreme Court basically legalized a decision. They said they put forward a legal order. Islamabad High Court order was illegal. You cannot arrest a man when he is in court, and especially, when he's presented himself in court. So the Supreme Court of Pakistan, gave an order which was according to the law and constitution. Now, coming back to the Islamabad High Court, of course, it had to take the cue from the Supreme Court. And now this does give an impression that if the order was illegal, so who was, ordering those decisions of Imran Khan's arrest?
And on that, let me just bring in G. Parthasarthi very quickly before I come back to our Pakistani guest. G. Parthasarthi, what we have learned is that the DG NAB has been sacked, a new DG has been assigned. Do you believe that this is an acceptance that the way everything transpired was mishandled? Or do you believe that they feel that the arrest in itself was not required?
No. I think really, it's a question of things being messed up. And let us also be very clear that, yes, Imran Khan enjoys wide popularity. But believe me, the real thing is that he hates the present army chief. This was an army chief who was removed from the job of DG ISI and sent to a lesser post by no less than Imran Khan. And it was really General Bajwa's protege. And General Bajwa and Imran Khan, there's no love lost. And like there is no love lost for Imran Khan within other parties. So I think it's really going to now be the military pitted against the Supreme Court. And I think what is talked about in emergency will make things matter easier for the government to deal with Imran Khan in an emergency situation, particularly when you have an army chief who has no love for Imran Khan.
So do you believe they will go for an emergency imposition?
I don't know what is the way they will follow, what is the constitutional procedure they will follow. But certainly it will involve moving against Imran Khan. The man has about 20 odd charges against him, mostly done by his wife of improper use of her powers, of Imran's powers as the president. So as the prime minister. So I think we'll have to wait what emerges. If it emerges that they want an emergency, clamp it, then the Supreme Court's out of the way. They can go about doing what they want. But whether that will add to to the popularity of the present government, I don't know. The other problem is that Imran also has earned the wrath of the Americans. They dislike him intensely.
Right.
And unlike in other countries, the Americans, Uncle Sam does play a role
in Pakistan
within their establishment.
Yes.
And we'll have to look at, there is also an external factor of the dislike of the Americans for Imran Khan. So as far as we are concerned, as Indians, we just keep out of this. It's a mess the Pakistanis have created from themselves. It is for them to resolve.
Yeah. And what could be the resolution?
We'll keep and watch.
Yeah.
It is a stable Pakistan, which is democratic, is in our interests. Period.
Okay. G. Parthasarthi, I'll come back to you. I believe Hafizullah Niazi, who's a columnist and also a cousin of Imran Khan, is joining us. Mr. Niazi, can you hear me?
Yes, please, I do hear you.
Yes. Could you tell us what's the latest with Imran Khan? Have any of your family members been able to speak to him? Because the relief has come to him virtually in all cases, even if a short-term relief for him. And he wanted to go to his home, which he seems likely he will be able to this evening.
I think that you have got the wrong optics. Although I am his cousin, but I am on the other side of the fence.
Okay.
I don't support his politics. I vehemently oppose him in every aspect.
Understood.
So I
want to understand from you. Imran Khan seems to be receiving a lot of support from the judiciary in Pakistan. And
Correct.
you can, I know what the opposition says to PTI, that, obviously there is a case against the Chief Justice of Pakistan having relationship with the PTI and all of that. I leave that aside, but this is the Islamabad High Court today granting him relief, the same court that also deemed his arrest, which looked illegal to all of us prima facie, as legal 2 days ago. So I want to understand from you, what do you think the message the judiciary is sending? They seem to be playing some sort of a balancing act where they're not really, they just don't want him to be thrown to the wolves, I think.
It's a really quite complex and tricky situation. I think that no one in Pakistan, even from the legal fraternity, could ascertain what's really up to the judiciary mind. There are few things. The judiciary was always played in Pakistan to the tune of establishment. Unfortunately, whatever happened, I naturally know, although I am ashamed to admit that the last few months of General Bajwa, he was very desperate to get extension. I think as he was denied that extension, and he was denied that extension from the present regime, so judiciary, whatever the establishment influence had on judiciary, it somehow, end of the day, it was more or less person specific. So naturally, the person at the helm of affairs at that point in time, when Bajwa was about to say goodbye to his position in the army, so there was a whole lot. I think the judiciary was unhooked, and since then it's unleashed.
Okay. I want to bring in, once again, Mr. Niazi, just hold on. I want to bring in Qamar Cheema once again. Qamar Cheema, now this is how I'm looking at it. You tell me if you think this is your assessment too. The way Imran Khan was arrested was prima facie, as I said, looked wrong to everybody. Procedurally, you cannot justify it, even though the Islamabad High Court did so. So Supreme Court set in. They put him also in their protective custody because I think his safety became very important. One is sent a message to his supporters that, okay, he is being taken care of, his personal security and safety is not in danger, so things can quiet down. Meanwhile, the legal cases can go back to Islamabad High Court. Today, he's got relief in temporary relief in virtually all of those cases, but those cases will eventually go on. So, do you believe the judiciary is playing a balancing act where they want to calm tempers too? They also want to send a message that do things appropriately and correctly and ensure his safety as well without being seen as obstructionist to the cases against Imran Khan?
Well, there are a few things to look at. First of all, it seems that the government is desperate to arrest Imran Khan, and I think the judiciary understands this, one thing. The second, so far, the judiciary also understands that the majority of the cases Imran Khan are politically motivated. Although some of the cases are genuine, but remember, but if you are in government normally, or if you are on the right side of the military establishment, such cases you don't have to face normally. So the last time Nawaz Sharif had to face such kind of cases, he was in even government, but he was on the left side of the military. But right now we are seeing that Imran Khan, who is facing some of the cases are genuine, but being on the left of the military, the courts are giving him relief. So the courts also believe the government's desperation some of the cases are motivated. Secondly, I think the courts have realized that the larger law and order situation can deteriorate if Imran Khan does not get the bail, or if Imran Khan doesn't go home safely. There is a problem that the crisis can emerge further, because since last 4 days we are not having broadband and internet services, and the schools are closed. The normal business of the state is not going on. So I think so this entire situation, in fact, they have put the judiciary in a position where they had to take a decision. At the same time, I think the military establishment's pressurizing of the courts for decades is one of also reason that somehow this time the courts believe that we need to stand up. But the top court, the top chief justice of the country, who is about to retire in few months, he also believed that there are few months to are left. So if I will take any decision that is for in the favor of the Imran Khan, that will also make me popular, and I will be on maybe.
G. Parthasarathi, is that what you think is happening? That finally an establishment is seeing some opposition that has never seen so in Pakistan? And will this be a lasting opposition by the judiciary and the mass movement?
Well, there are, as it was pointed out, the present Chief Justice has a limited time. There are also reports we have of a deal with Imran Khan that if he is there, the present Chief Justice will run for president. So, in this sort of murky situation, for an outsider, it is very difficult to comment. But what I'm pointing out is it's a very murky situation. Everybody has his own axe to grind. As we say in Hindi, sabhi doodh ke dhule hue nahi hai. So I think we should let it go on its own. But I for one, personally feel that Imran Khan may have his admirers, but in politics, things are never everlasting or long-lasting.
Yeah.
He will do well in an election in Pakistan. There is no doubt about that. So I think there are many who would like to see him disqualified from elections, not to harass him or anything, because he does carry a measure of political popularity, which you can't deny to him.
Right.
So they put themselves in a mess. Really, as my Pakistani friends were saying earlier on, General Bajwa was calling the shots, which meant the United States was calling the shots. Right now, I don't know who is the external power, who will be involved, but it certainly won't be India.
Well, India obviously can only play a watching role right now. We wouldn't want to get our hands dipped in this.
Why should he? They have their problems. Let them sort it out.
Absolutely. And of course, India has no role to play in this. They'll just watch this play out.
One last point. I've known Imran Khan since 1982, when he was captaining the Pakistan cricket team and Sunil Gavaskar's team was there. Great swing bowling, but the reverse swing used to come up after lunch and tea breaks. And the fact of the matter is he was an astonishing cricketer.
Yes.
But I think a bit of arrogance has seeped into him.
Is there any reverse swing left for him as far as the this political drama is concerned? We'll have to wait and see. But Munib, the Prime Minister has also been very categorical. In fact, the PMLN has been very categorical in painting him as a villain as well. They've painted him as a villain who's responsible for the worst rioting in Pakistan. And they keep saying even our enemies couldn't do in 75 years what PTI supporters have managed to do. But is that helping on the ground? Is there a realization that PTI workers, the way they ran rampage was wrong? Is there any anger against that?
So it's the poor government, every action they are taking against Imran Khan, it's hitting them back with a larger amount of force. Arresting Imran Khan, filing fake cases, political cases against him. As Kamal said, some of those cases are also genuine. But Imran Khan has managed to create such a narrative that anything going against Imran Khan, it's like it's going against Pakistan, or it's like something like so big. So the government, every action that the government is taking against Imran Khan, it's going in Imran Khan's favor, and it is, increasing his popularity level. When Imran Khan was in power, when he was Prime Minister, his popularity level was at about under 10%. And right now, Imran Khan is enjoying a popularity level that is almost above 70% in the country. So, of course, this is all done by the government. Imran Khan had no play in it. If you hadn't removed Imran Khan from power, maybe this is the same public which might have dragged Imran Khan on the streets, and thrown him out of the country. But you managed somehow to put Imran Khan on the king's chair.
Okay, so you're suggesting it's been a series of miscalculations just in the personal battles, a series of miscalculations that have actually built the legend of Imran Khan. I have some breaking updates coming in. Just hold your thoughts, gentlemen. This is regarding the cabinet meeting that is being held. So what the Pakistani media is reporting is that the federal cabinet meeting chaired by the Prime Minister is on. and they are considering the option of imposing emergency in Pakistan. What does that mean? And, will that actually happen remains to be seen. Or will that make the present government even more unpopular if they were to do so? I think these are calculations that they'll have to make. Let me go across to Hafizullah Niazi, who's joining us. Do you believe this is the right thing to do? Is an emergency needed in Pakistan?
There are so many technical impediment hitches in between. Emergency, although article possibly I'm not a constitutionalist, but Article 232 I think is the one which allows you to invoke emergency. But there are so many conditions. Number one, it is supposed to be enforced by or implemented by the President of Pakistan, who is a die-hard PTI supporter. The last time President Alvi was with Imran Khan for 2.5 hours at police rest house. The other way is that one of the province, they just request in the assembly of the province, I think they resolve and they pass a resolution and then request the federal government to impose an emergency. In all cases, federal government cabinet is to put forward the proposal first. But naturally, in this case, President is the one who is going to enforce or promulgate emergency. So there are so many ifs and buts.
Right.
But the problem is right now, it's just beyond a normal situation. Whatever the judiciary is doing, it's not the justice. It's justice plus. And naturally, there are inside the judiciary there are many fault lines. And people have seen this thing that they were out and so many time and again they washed their dirty linen inside general public and on media, and everything was really was taken as a breaking news.
Okay.
So when the Supreme Court, especially the senior most judges, if there is a split and drastic split, and there is a judges conduct allegation or whatever, so those are there. Even some judges' cases are with the Supreme Judicial Council. So possibly there is a trust deficit. Now the point is that it's the matter that whatever goes in Imran's favor, so his supporters are jubilant and upbeat, and whereas once it goes into government favors, government party's favor, so they are also naturally they become very.
Yeah, I think one thing that is a given is that Imran Khan, when he speaks to his supporters and followers, we are expecting that to happen this evening. He will have to ensure that he sends out that message unequivocally that there cannot be violence in his name. He's given that statement to the courts as well. He has said this from court premises. Earlier, we heard he said, I didn't know that 40 people had lost their lives. He has to ensure that tempers are calm.
Lady, are you asking me?
No, I'm just saying that he will have to do so. He will have to come across as the person who is not fueling violence.
Imran Khan's credibility is only among his blind followers. Otherwise, he is full of contradictions. He really, unfortunately, used to be good friends, and for a big span of time, we are of the same age. We spend a huge time. Naturally, I don't go into that. But Imran, unfortunately, he is either misconstruing or distorting or blatantly lying whenever he's talking. It's very unfortunate.
Okay, you said blind followers. Really so that's why I would say it will be even more important that he sends that message, because clearly he has followers who will follow his...
Let me add one sentence.
Okay.
That is because, you see, three times, but maybe one more time, last 1 year, he tries to generate pressure on the government and the establishment. 25th of May, 2022, he was supposed to bring 3 million people on road inside Islamabad. And then he said that, okay, I'll come, I'll get the election done. I'll be very happy if even that crowd was even more than 6,000 or 7,000. and it was very, you could see the footage.
Okay,
Then
okay.
on 26th of November.
No, Mr. Niazi, my
he was
central
out
point
there
is that
just
because
to-
he's getting that relief from the courts, he
And
will
he
have
had
to
to-
stand up to the violence that his
That-
own
that-
supporters are guilty of. I've limited time. Let me go around the panel and give 30 seconds each to all of our guests on what they see next for Imran Khan and Pakistan. Qamar Chima, why don't you go first? What happens from here on for the individual and for the country? Qamar Chima, unfortunately, I'm not getting your audio. Are you on mute? No, I think there's some audio issue with him. Just hold on with me. G. Parthasarthi, why don't you go very quickly?
I think the fact of the matter is, if the politicians keep messing it up like this, you will end up with martial law. In which case, Asim Munir is no great admirer of Imran Khan. So God bless and God save Imran Khan if that happens. So if, as I said, if the politicians are insistent on taking the country into a mess, a country where a coup d'etat is not something unexpected,
Yeah.
and you have a general who is the army chief who's not a particular lover of Imran Khan.
Well, not just coups, but even assassinations are not out of the ordinary. Muneeb Hamid, what about you? What do you see as the future for Imran Khan and for the country?
Well, definitely no martial law in the country. I see disqualifications coming from the Supreme Court because we have a date of elections on 14th of May, which the PDM government has, rejected. So maybe next week I'm going to see a lot of disqualifications by the Supreme Court. And of course, in the near future, we have no option apart from Imran Khan. And if there are elections, Imran Khan is going to win with a majority.
All right. Mr. Niazi, do you want to add to this as well?
Yes, please, I do. I think that what I see is a very little, limited style of emergency, like the General Musharraf brought in on 3rd of November 2007, possibly. And then they will sort out everything. Because if that is the case, so the establishment army is not going to succumb to Imran's pressure and get themselves diluted. It's no way. Establishment would make sure, if at all that stage is going to be set, so they would like to see first Imran perishes, and if they had to, and there's no other way, unfortunately. So that is going to be the case. But mark my words that Imran Khan has no future in Pakistani politics because of the 1 year's conduct and the kind of rowdyism they introduced.
I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that, Mr. Niazi and all the other guests. I thank you all for joining us. Moving